We're here at the O'Hare Airport and I've got an overnight. So my flight from Austin to Chicago was delayed. So I decided, in the name of the GoBundance conference I went to, I wanted to make a video about my worst failure I've ever had in business, in my eyes. So I've been a business owner for 4 years. The first year it was me. Year two, it was Katie and a virtual assistant that I had to let go because I didn't really help her that much. We had a couple other team members like editors, a couple creative graphic designers for a short period. Then I had my first, what I would call, really good team member. So we had a massive letdown with one of our early assistants. She had told us she was going to hire like 5 editors and manage them for us, with us. And it was just too early and we were way too trusting. And what I quickly realized was we now finally had talent on our team. So we had someone who started as an editor and over a weekend, I think did like 40 some edits, damn near flawlessly, other than a few little brand kit mistakes. Over the next year and a half was a huge part of our success at the end of 2022 going into 2023. She was helping build brand kits, set creative standards for some of our best clients. We were communicating a lot back and forth on a daily basis of just ways we could improve the company. And I felt like she cared more about the company than she just did getting her paycheck. And it was a really cool thing at the time. Months go by and Katie and I really struggled to build systems and delegate as we scaled. So I think the building systems part was easy. The knowing what to delegate was hard because we as founders wear so many hats that we call it one hat. What we realized is the people who are the best at being creative are not always the best at managing creatives. My dad taught me that growing up. He was never a manager. He was a great programmer, great problem solver, but not a great leader of people. And he knew that about himself. He took the right opportunities. He didn't step into management roles that he wasn't going to exceed at. Not too long into this growth period, we tried to promote this team member. This team member's name was Seth. So at the GoBundance conference, one of our tables, I could tell there were 2 guys that had tons of potential. They were very sharp socially. They were very easy to talk to, and they were already fathers. They really cared about their kids. They loved their wives. They expressed that multiple times. They didn't have the income or the business growth that they had wanted. When they described their income goals, it was well under what our company makes per month. So they seemed to have me beat on the life parent side, and I seemed to have them beat on the business owner financial side. It was very fascinating for me to see that they were afraid to let people down. They were afraid to trust others. They were afraid to get help because they were both very good at one thing, but they kept hitting this wall of scale where they knew they wanted to make it a business and they used all these crazy excuses. And I even heard this one guy make the excuse that I used to. He said he didn't want to start a copywriting company because he thought he'd lose his love for copy. I kind of called him out and said that was a bit delusional. And he said he also thought if he wrote for other people, that would make his craft worse. And I told him the only way you can learn to be the best writer is to understand how to write in multiple voices. And you kind of have to treat it like Arya Stark in Game of Thrones and you have to put the mask on. And I opened up to him that, I lost my best team member I thought I ever had. It was when she was pregnant and when she needed the work most. And he kind of stepped back and was very emotionally hit by it. And I never opened up about that. I think a lot of times in the world, we think losing clients is bad. We think losing money is bad. And it is. Like, some of those can really, really sting emotionally, financially. But losing a good team member because of our mistaken leadership was definitely the biggest failure of mine, because it taught me that there is a real price to us being unorganized. There is a real price to us not being able to delegate correctly and systematize parts of the job. We were very much like either handing everything off or handing nothing off. It's a terrible recipe. It hurt so bad to let her go because we needed her help. She was literally growing a child inside of her and needed to be focused on that. We tried working with her life partner, but he didn't have time to learn what she had learned. I mean, Seth was awesome. She had 1.5 years experience. A lot of it was like not experience in a system. It was like experience with all of our chaos just meshing beautifully together, because it's just the renaissance age of working in social media and AI and marketing. So that's my biggest failure. And if anyone has made it this far in the video, I want you guys to understand that you're going to fail like this when you grow a company. You're going to let a ton of people down. I think I left for a week to go to this conference. And in that time period, Katie had hired and fired hired 2 new editors, meaning brought 2 on, shop, brought another 2 on. They're still here. And I think people underestimate how much human turnover there is to success. The more you accept that, it makes the people that stay around longer way more valuable. And I think that's the price a lot of entrepreneurs are afraid to pay, but it's worth it. And I think they should pay it. So if you're afraid to grow your company, if you're afraid to delegate, hire people, trust them. You're probably going to fuck up and lose someone really good, but you can keep the relationship. Funny enough, as I'm in this airport tonight, I restarted a conversation with Seth to see how she's doing because I just think it was the wrong time, wrong opportunity, but the right person. Even if she's happy in her role right now, I think it's worth just having a conversation and telling her that she was pivotal to our growth. And even though things didn't work for that time period, I'm still very happy for her. So if you're a business owner watching this, or if you're just getting started, maybe you don't even have that LLC, but you need help right now, like go call the lawyer, go get the LLC set up. If you're watching this and you need to just hire a VA to manage your email, go do it now. It's so affordable and you're killing yourself doing everything on your own. And future Alex, thank you for making this video. I think this is going to be a start to a lot more vulnerable content that is going to let people know who I actually am and what I have actually learned being a business owner for the last 4 years.